What's up, fellas? It's Mark Parson, cornerback pro, former NFL cornerback of the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. Today we got one clip. That's the cool thing about the season, man. I'm really seeing that. I can really break it down and focus on each clip, okay? We're not gonna really talk about press per se, like it's part of the coverage. But I really want to talk about ball skills and how the press leads up to that. So you're gonna learn a lot, I feel like, today. Okay. Make sure you guys email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com so you can learn the techniques and strategies. Ask me for the one-on-ones mastery so you can learn how to D these guys up, man. Because shoot, you're gonna learn in this clip the ball skills. If we understand the art of it, if we understand how important doing certain things in our press at the very beginning will lead up to us making a play at the end. We would really take that seriously, okay? So make sure you guys email me, hit me up. I'll include everything else in there, and we'll get you right. I'll even watch you doing it. So once you learn the strategies, you send the film to me, and I'll go ahead and critique it and help you privately, okay? All right. So let's watch this 3 times. It was an amazing catch by this Penn State guy. Amazing catch. Let's watch it. I was watching this live, so thought it was pretty cool. And I love being able to show you guys the elite athletes going at it. Ohio State, Penn State, big time organizations. So I wonder, like, what do you guys see right here? So inside your own mind, what do you guys see? And notice also, what you're gonna learn is like understand this as DB. Man, look, that guy's using them as leverage, pushing off of. Look, you see that? That little arm right there. You be like, man, why did the DB didn't jump at all? I was just talking about it in my last video. Yo, he's holding them down. He's using them as leverage. So they're not gonna call that. Usually, only time they call stuff like that, uh, pass interference on receivers is if they fully extend and push off, but they're not gonna call that. Understand the business of things. They want to see touchdowns, touchdowns, scores, high scores. So it's really the game isn't in your favor. But I usually like that type of villain mindset, anyways. I feel like it helps you. It's like that chip on the shoulder. You got it. You got to be that way. All right. So this is the last one. I'm gonna let it go. We're gonna talk about it. Definitely not taking anything away from the amazing catch. Amazing catch. I like it. But there's some things that we can correct from the very beginning that will help us. And I want to show that to you, okay? So ball skills today. Let's talk about it. Before we even get to that, let's watch his release at the very beginning, okay? I want you to tell me if you think the release was amazing. Even you high school guys, because you see, you watch the Nike Open and you watch the Rivals one-on-ones, and obviously this is a different level. But let's just look at it. Let's break it down. Let's see. Okay, was that release to you amazing? Like that was like, oh my, Odell Beckham release. That was a Chad Ochocinco release. Nah, not really. It wasn't. So my point is, guys, now let's watch the cornerback at the very beginning. Let's watch his feet. If you've been watching my channel for the past 5 years, you already see it. It's in you. You just naturally just know it. I can critique it. That's what I want to get you guys to. When you watch film, you be like, oh, okay, that's where he messed up. And it's happening. That's the crazy thing. Like it's an amazing feeling when I can hear you guys critiquing stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man. I feel like Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid or something. So let's watch it immediately. So what did he do incorrectly from the jump, guys? Immediately crossing over, running immediately, and the release wasn't even amazing. Okay, so what is our goal in press? What is the point of press? When you understand the point of press, you're gonna do way better. The point of press, man, is not to just grab this guy and like in high school, you see some of those camps where they just grab him and man, you're doing yourself a disservice when you do that. By the way, you're not working on your technique. You're going against some bum who barely his first year playing football is out there at the camp, and you think you're the man. That's not what it's about, because that's not gonna happen against good receivers. Okay, all right. The point of press man is to disrupt timing. So I remember when I was with the Saints, I remember it was a lockout year, NFL lockout, right? Strike. Drew Brees, he organized practices to do what? To get with the receivers so they can work on the timing of the routes. So when I'm getting out of my 3-step drop, you need to be there on the slant. When I get out of my 5-step drop, you need to be there on that dig route. Okay? It's timing. It has to be on time. If the receivers don't work with the quarterbacks, the time is going to be off. It doesn't matter what receiver, how nice you are. You understand? So if we're playing off, they can get into their stem. They can get into their route. You see it? That's why receivers like when you play off. When you get up in their face, okay, now they gotta know how to release. They gotta know how to immediately get into their route. Okay? Now when we open the gate, when we immediately cross over, when we give them a weak shoulder, okay, guess what? They like it. They're looking at chops. They're like, oh yes, now I can get into my route. Okay? He can, and a good receiver, just letting you know, and he doesn't do a terrible job. Like you see high school guys, they'll just bowl this all the way out here and then run up. I would say he could take it a little bit more. I'm not saying run into the cornerback, but I'm saying since we're crossing over, we don't get any shuffles in. You know, I always say you need to know strategy, you need to know technique, and the goal is to stay square as long as possible. Eyes, feet, hands. So eyes on his waist. Our feet, we have a plan with our feet, and we at least get 1 to 2 shuffles in our press to bow him out. Okay? To bow him out. So when we give him this weak shoulder, when we cross over and open up immediately, he can get into this route. Guess what that means for him? The sticks are right here. I'm not sure what down this is, but he understands it. At least get a first down. So then a good quarterback who has great timing with his receiver, he knows them. Just like Big Ben and AB, there's a reason why AB and Big Ben do so well. They know each other. They worked all off season. They work. They know each other. They've been playing with each other for a while now. They know each other. Okay? So when you're going against a quarterback and a receiver who know each other very well, you don't want to mess up on your press. And what I'm saying is you want to make sure you disrupt the timing by using correct technique. Because guess what? I'm able to get to the top of my stem. Okay? I'm able to get to the top of my stem. That means now it's just left up to a jump ball. Okay? So it's very important. That's going to help you. And understand this, once you do that correctly, you bow him out, now it's easier for you to squeeze. And let's talk about squeezing. So let's say you do really well. Now he has to widen this out. You got your hands on me, feeling good. What do we got to do after that? This is the middle part of our coverage. So the first part does stem from the press man. We have to have excellent technique. That's why you got me. I'm gonna work with you. I teach you. I give you the program. Hook you up with the programs. Now squeezing. Now watch how we just now he does have his hand on him, but watch how we just running with him up the field at this point. We're just running with him. Now he's a bigger receiver. He's bigger than us. Okay, that's okay. That's usually the case anyways. Guys, when we're running with the receiver, we have to constantly be. It's almost like I like using this. We're gonna run him out of bounds. Run him out of bounds. Now, will that happen every time? No. But his goal, and the cool thing is, I learned this more from my receivers coaches and being in the meeting room and listening to Billy McMullen and the other guys. I know what they're thinking. They're trying to hold that line so they have more space because a good quarterback's going to throw to his outside shoulder. Okay? So we need to be doing the opposite. When we squeeze to him, just because we can touch him doesn't necessarily mean that we're doing it perfectly. My goal is for you to practice it perfectly. Does that happen every time? No. But if we practice perfection, it will help us out in the long run. We haven't even got to the ball part. Okay? The ball part of this whole thing, we haven't even gotten to it. We're talking about ball skills. It's because it starts from the beginning. Squeeze him. You're going to run him. Instead of us running beside him with our hand on him. And really, the thing about when we have our hand on a guy down the field, and first of all, in the NFL, they're going to flag you. Okay? I want to let you know. They're going to flag you barely touch the guy with their hands and stuff. They show it. And then they can kind of like knock your hand off and get you off balance. So just be mindful of that. I used to tell my guys, cycle your arms like you're running, but you're going to run him out of bounds. Okay? So, okay, we messed up in our press. We just opened up a run. Okay, I get it. Now, since we are with him, let's run this joker out of bounds. Lean on him. They call it leaning and locate. Yo, lean on him. Have your balance. Never be out of control. But the goal, and it's almost like he was about to do it. If you look at the angle, look at the angle. All right, okay. Take the angle. Now keep going. Run him out of bounds. Okay? Get him as close to out of bounds as possible. So you're going to lean and locate. You're running him out of bounds, right? Now, does a great job of turning towards the receiver. I will say that. If you feel uncomfortable, you feel like you're going to do a back shoulder fade, it's cool. You can kind of do either one. If you feel back shoulder fade, you want to turn towards the receiver. And he's kind of on top of him right here, right? So I get why he did it. But at the very end, scale high. Okay? So you can, at the very end, look, when the receiver's looking back for the ball like this, all right, so what are you supposed to look at? Right? Let's look at it. Look. I can see how big his eyes got right then and there, fellas. Let me try to go back one more time. Look at the receiver's eyes. Look at that. That ball's coming. That ball's coming, and it feels like a short back shoulder fade. You can kind of feel it, and that's the cool thing about having your hands on him right there. You can put your hands on him. He got his hands on you right there. You can do that. All right. Then you scale high. Notice how when we look back for the ball, it's almost like we're leveling it out first. That's how guys get got, because the ball trajectory is coming down like this. So get into the habit of scaling high first so that you can see the ball right, suddenly. Okay? And then we got to fight with this hand, and he almost had it. We got to fight. And he does a good job of pushing off right here. But we got to fight to grab a hand. Now, look, it's going to happen. You're going to get mauled sometimes. I get it. And I always say, look, if he's going to make a catch on me, it has to be an amazing catch, right? So right here at the very end, when it comes to the ball skills, you try to fight, get through his hands, and try to grab a finger hand. But look, he probably would have caught this right here, okay? You know what I mean? At this point, that's an amazing catch. You pop up. You talk, you say, hey, it ain't going to ever happen again, homie. Whatever you need to say, pop up, forget about the play. But at the very beginning, my biggest point is it starts here. It starts here. That's why you got to learn the techniques, because you'll be like, man, and I've been there. My sophomore year in Ohio University, I remember I was guarding MAC championship. And literally, I just opened the gate. I didn't know, because my coach wasn't really telling me, Parks, this is what you're doing. You're opening the gate. You give him all this room. He's getting to the top of his stem. He didn't tell me that. He was just like, hey, man, I need you. Come on. You understand? But now, in my mind, since I messed up at that time, I'm able to help you guys. I'm telling you, man, it's attention to detail. So they don't get... I was the #1 play on ESPN in the MAC championship for getting mossed because of this. So I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. I know this now. I know this to be true. And if you learn these techniques, if you learn why the principle of press, if you learn the art of covering a guy, I think it's going to take you to the next level, man. Because I don't know. He may think, hey, he just got a great catch on me, which he did get an amazing catch. But it started here. And then in the middle of the coverage. Okay, I'm still with him, but I don't need to freaking squeeze, man. Let's make this hard on this guy. Okay? And then just fight. Scale high, find the ball, have your hand on him, grab a wrist, squeeze the wrist, grab a finger, break the finger. Whatever you need to do to get this ball out. Okay? Excellent job by both guys. And I'm just proud to be able to help you guys out there. Remember, the goal is to be the best that ever lived. That's the only thing. There is nothing else. Work towards it every single day. Work till you're gaining your football IQ. Make sure you have a 4.0. Go for it. Go big. All right? Go big. Email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. As for the one-on-ones mastery program, I'll include the mind and body training program, the sticky hands catching series, and the kick and punt return. Peace.